What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Hardy's Travel Agency. I am David here with our new team of adventurers for the day. Before we get started, is everybody excited?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Big time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, without further ado, I'd like to go around the table here. It's not really a table, but it's kind of a table. But I'd like to go around the table and let everybody introduce who they are and who their characters are. Let's go with the familiar face. To the channel, Miss Thick Pastel, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hello, it's me, Thick Pastel. Today I'll be playing as Zyla Brist, who is a warrior. That's much to surprise, probably.
Excellent. Jumping over to Raiden, go and introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Dan, and I'll be playing Raiden, who is also a warrior.
Yay.
All right, so that's two warriors. I'm going to see if I can remember who the other warrior is. June, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
My name is Melissa. I'm playing June, and I am a halfling and warrior, but I'm also comedian-esque because I entertained by jumping off of buildings and juggling stuff. So fun things.
Excellent. Finn, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Yeah. I'll be playing Finn, Findle Finn Gillyroot. He's a halfling mage who basically scoured all the libraries within a day's ride, learned about magic, became fascinated by it, and wants to learn more.
Okay. All right. So we have a couple of little diverse group here. This is fun. And last but not least, how do you want me to pronounce that name? I'm terrible with names.
Paltra or Shani?
Paltra. Paltra, go ahead and introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Shani Graham, and my character is Paltra, who is an orc mage who kind of is a little bit in the entertainment and the comedy world as well.
Oh.
So I know, right? And that's all I know to say.
Okay. And so we've got our team. Let's get started. All of you find yourselves standing or on your way through the town of Topaz Bay, on your way to the tavern that is known as Lightheart. You would have come from your own humble beginnings, making your way here, holding a letter, or maybe picking up a note on a quest board, or maybe finding some kind of a summons crumpled up on the road that is requesting assistance from an individual named Hardy the Cat. There's a little paw print on the note. And you guys would have been traveling, and you're just arriving to this tavern. It is a beautiful sunny day. The town is bustling and full of people. And I would like to turn it over to you guys to say, what do you do? The tavern is within sight. It is a couple of paces away.
Are there a lot of people gathered outside?
There is not anybody gathered outside by the tavern. In fact, the tavern looks pretty empty.
Oh. Maybe they're looking for entertainers.
Are there any other buildings around?
There are plenty of other buildings. There are a couple of shops nearby. And then, of course, down the road a bit, there will be regular cottages and such for the just the regular villagers.
Hmm.
Were we given the tavern name, I guess, in the Hardy's note?
Right. So yeah, inside of the note it would say to meet at the Tavern of Lightheart.
Ultra looks in and she sees that there's very little people in there, not really enjoying being alone in life. She goes ahead and steps back outside, sees a tree, and starts staring at the bark, waiting for other people to show up.
Okay, you all
If I
see Pultra walk away from the tavern and start staring at a tree, looking at the bark.
I'm gonna go over and stand directly next and like make the exact same pose and stare at the bark as well.
Oh, do you see them? Do you see them? They're there.
No, but what are we looking at?
Little itsy bitty beings. Look between the rivers of the bark. Little itsy bitty wolves in there. Let your head go. You'll see them all.
Interesting.
Jumping over to Raiden. Where is Raiden right now?
I'm going to walk towards the tavern and raise my eyebrow as I see this orc and I don't know what race
Elf.
pastel is. An orc and an elf staring blankly at something and just carry on past into the tavern and order myself a drink.
So as soon as you go inside the tavern, you open the door, and inside there are no other people except for a little cat not looking at you, sitting on top of the bar, and across from him as the bartender is an orc bartender. They seem to be talking, but they're like kind of whispering.
Can I hear the cat talking, or can I just hear the orc talking?
Give me a vigilance check. And then with June and Finn on deck after this.
So that's...
So you would roll a...
Zero. That's a 0, so it's just the straight D20.
That's right.
Okay, so that's a 13.
On a 13, you can just very faintly hear as the cat goes, "They were supposed to be here by now. I don't know where they are. This is crazy. I hire adventurers, but they're very odd here."
So I'm going to walk up to the bar and I'm going to say, just taking a wild guess here, but are you Hardy the cat?
Oh my gosh, you startled me. Oh, yes, okay. Yes, I am Hardy the cat. Of course I am. It says it right here on my collar.
You requested adventurers, and here I am.
Oh, finally. Okay. You were all about 30 seconds late. Okay, I am very timely cat. All right. Why don't you go ahead and take a seat?
Okay, I'll get a drink from the orc behind the bar and take a seat.
Do you order anything specific?
Just water.
Okay. Yeah. He reaches down for a second, and then as soon as you order water, he just looks back up and then points at the table. And he's got a pitcher sitting there with water on it with a couple of glasses.
Can I do an observation check to see if there's anything floating in the water?
Yeah. Give me an inspection check.
Okay. Investigation?
That's right.
Yeah. So that's a 12.
Yeah, on a 12, it's not the cleanest drinking water you've ever seen, but it'll do.
All right, I'll shrug and have a drink of the water then.
Okay. Finn, you are traveling here through the town of Topaz Bay, and you find yourself now passing by the Tavern of Lightheart, and you see two people standing outside looking at trees, and you've just watched as Raiden has stepped inside the tavern. What do you do?
I'm going to look at my note and then up at the sign above the tavern, noticing that they match and kind of just surely like, okay, I did it. And kind of side eye the two by the tree and make my way inside.
As you step inside, you'll see Raiden has just sat down and is sipping on the water. And up on top of the bar, you're going to see a little cat turn to you, go, "Oh, are you here for the party?"
I'm sorry. Party. looking around, not noticing that there aren't any decorations or anything. Oh, you mean this? And I'll hold my note up.
Oh yeah, that's the party. Yeah, we're assembling party goers. It's going to be a party.
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, that's great. Go ahead and take a seat over here. You would just walk by and see Raiden there now. So the two of you now see each other.
I nod my head.
Greetings. I'm Finn Gillyroot at your service.
Pleasure to meet you, Finn. I'm Raiden.
But what you drinking there? Looks some brown water.
Yes, it's very flavoursome, shall we say.
From behind the bar, you just hear a come from the bartender.
I would like to see whether or not I hear the word party from when Finn came in.
Give me a vigilance check.
Because that would perk my interest. Like, oh, I heard a party. 18 plus 2, 20.
20. Yeah, you definitely heard the word party.
And my ears will just move a little bit. They'll like, oh, I think there's a party inside. Oh, I can't hear you. Poltra.
Maybe we should go in. What do you think?
Yes, I think that'd be great. I like
good.
parties.
Me too.
June, you will see these two adventurers staring at a tree and then turn and say party as you find yourself just arriving outside the tavern. What do you do, June?
Well, I was contemplating running at the tree and trying to do a backflip off of it. So I run around them instead and go in front of them.
Oh, okay. So both of you are going to see as June runs around both of you and then into the tavern.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
All three of you now enter into the tavern. You'll see the other two sitting there drinking their water. And you'll see a little cat sitting there who turns to, why are you running? There's no reason to run. Slow down.
But running's fun.
Yeah, okay, but too much movement. Okay, it gives me headache. All right, I can't handle it.
But I thought it was a party.
Oh, it is a party. It is a party. You're going on adventuring party, yeah.
Oh, a party of people. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Got it.
Yeah. Oh.
Different kind of party. Okay,
Yes.
but I'm game.
Okay, well, last group we had seemed like they were from Craigslist. I think this one's from Facebook groups.
Haha.
Well, I want to know
What's Facebook groups?
what is our chore going to be? What is the purpose of our adventure?
All right, listen, so here's the deal. Okay, everybody take a seat. Are you sitting? Does everybody sit down?
I sat on the floor.
Okay, she's sitting on the floor.
Down there.
I sit on a table.
Okay. Harity has headache.
Did you say books? Are we looking for books?
Books of faces, I hear.
Hardy's gonna look at the bartender and say, please get me my glass of milk. Anyway, okay. So look, I've summoned you all here today. You're going on a very special mission, okay? This is all a part of you. You're here for Hardy's travel agency, right? So you want to go on vacation?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
Excellent. Okay, so we go on vacation only after we complete job. And job for today is, well, so I may have lost my wallet. And I need you guys to go find it.
Where were you last?
Okay, so it's really funny. I ran into a bunch of really strange weirdos. And then we got eaten by a worm because one guy wanted me to sit on his shoulder. And then I got eaten. And it was at that point I lost my wallet.
Oh,
I need you guys to help me go get it.
Got it.
Inside the worm.
Yeah.
It was in the worm when you last saw it?
Oh, no, it was probably outside. In fact, I was driving my cart through the woods, and then they like abruptly stopped me, like, "Oh no, we're going to search your cart." And so then I lost my wallet there. In fact, if it's not there and you don't find my wallet, I think the glitter guy took it.
The glitter guy. So is he a tall glitter guy or a short glitter guy? A square glitter guy or a round glitter guy?
I'm not going to assume how he identifies.
Oh,
This is a
makes it
person
hard.
made of glitter.
One could say that
Thought he
sometimes he
was
has
covered.
glitter, sometimes people clean him. It's a thing they have. They're a bunch of weirdos, okay?
Oh, God. Weirdos. Look for weirdos.
We traveled all this way for a lost wallet.
That's
And a
right.
glitter
Yes.
guy.
Yes.
What?
Yes. So also, but there is compensation. Okay, you'll be compensated once you retrieve the wallet. We go on vacation, and you get paid in hardy credits.
Easiest money ever made.
But what can I spend my hardy credits on? Another vacation?
I mean, you could try. I mean, that's fine.
Oh, cool. Okay,
It's
great.
hardy
Can we
credits.
use them to get some of these books.
The face books. Yeah. I like looking at faces.
Okay.
How do we know the wallet will be yours?
Well, you couldn't miss it because it is pink and fuzzy.
Oh,
Fuzzy,
Yeah.
big worm, glitter guy. Pink
Yeah.
and fuzzy, big worm, glitter guy. Find the
wait.
wallet.
How are we? Where? How far away is it?
Oh, it's like on the other side of the continent.
Oh, we got lots of travel then?
It's really far away. It is like kind of closer to Bazaden. And if you don't know where that is, here's the map. I'll show you the map. And he's going to kind of just turn and then come back and unravel a map on the table in front of you. So we are right here. We need to go down here. Okay, I'm sorry. You need to go down here. I will not be going with you. I will be here. But it is okay, because it's really easy to get there, okay? I seem to have found an object that can help teleport you to that location.
Oh,
I was about to ask if you had a boat. But
Is it a teleport book?
If any of us had magic to get us there. Look at you.
That's right. Yes, there is magic that can get you there.
boy.
and back.
Well, possibly. It's, 98% of the time it works almost never.
Oh, but think of how much we'll be friends if we have to walk back.
Well, I think I'm going to like you. I
Yay!
think we should get to know each other. I think you're right.
So it won't be so bad.
Right. Right, guys? Everybody agree?
Okay.
I've come all this way. We might as well see it through, I guess.
I know you like books. I bet you that there's places we can find books on the way.
And don't forget, you get compensated in hardy credits.
Hardy credits.
Where are those redeemable?
At any hardy store.
How many of those are there?
We're literally starting the first one right now.
Okay. It's making more sense, everything's as it's coming together. Yeah. Wallet. Got it.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm ready.
quickly drain my glass of water and slam it on the table and stand up.
Okay. Rated, it's only at that point when you drain your glass, you'll see all of the smudges on the bottom that weren't properly cleaned.
I'll
gonna look in the glass.
I'll turn to him and say, that might be the most dangerous thing I've seen anyone ever do.
I'm gonna have a little tear running out of my eye.
I'm gonna look in the glass. I think that means you're about to come into a lot of money. The way that that's, I think that's what that means.
It's gonna hurt.
Like
Hardy.
the smudge.
I hope it's money and not hardy credits.
Hardy
we?
is going to notice this and then turn to the bartender, look back at the glass, look back at the bartender and say, did you file the claim for the health insurance like I said? Oh no. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, so are you ready to go now?
Yes. Is it gonna be harsh on us, like make us sick or anything like that when we do this? teletransport thing you're gonna do?
I'm legally obligated to tell you no.
Oh.
Well, based on my
trustworthy.
rudimentary understanding of magic, do I know what the likelihood of surviving a teleportation is?
Oh, that's a great question. Give me a mysticism check.
He's got the books. You can tell he reads.
11.
Okay, so on an 11, you know that teleportation magic is very rare. It's not often used, and if it is, it's used by like very high level mages. So, but what you don't know is if it's going to be dangerous for you or not.
Wait a minute. But he's the only one who knows that it's high level mages.
That's right. Yeah, you guys don't know that yet.
Oh,
So that's something that Finn figured out.
Yeah.
We should go. We should go. We should go.
Should we go to the bathroom before we go in the portal?
Do we all hold hands to
You
go,
probably
or
should.
Do we just
So-
go?
Teleportation should get us to point A from point A to point B relatively quickly, but it's extremely rare magic. I don't know if I want to ask where you got the spell from.
Doesn't that just mean he's a really powerful wizard? Or magic user?
It would have to be someone with a lot of magical ability, yes.
Well,
Yeah.
then-
And you can trust people with experience, so let's go.
wait.
Mm.
Mr. Hardy. Mr.
Yes.
Hardy,
Mr. Hardy has a good ring to it, yes.
do you have good, strong magic to teleport us, like you're saying? Or is this dangerous?
Again, I'm legally obligated to tell you you'll be fine, but it might sting a little bit for maybe 6-7 hours.
This
Ooh.
is
Bad.
seeming shadier by the moment. If we're going to do it now before
And
he
will-
says anything else.
Will my mage magic be able to take the sting away?
You know, maybe.
Okay.
There
So-
should be ointments for teleportation burn. It's quite common.
I like
Oh.
massages.
That's
There you
right.
go. We can get up there then.
Okay. And the bartender here is going to give you. We'd like to give you something for the road. Okay, bring the prune juice. And the
No.
bartender's going to step around with a jug and put a jug of prune juice down and just go, and then step away and leave.
Is this coming with us?
If you'd like to take it, this is just like parting gift. I didn't really have anything for the last group. I figured it was nice.
I don't need any. Does
If
anybody
it's
else?
anything like the water, hard pass.
That's wise.
Did Hardy get his milk?
Hardy did not get his milk yet.
I wanted the
Oh.
milk.
I'll take it. I'll take the prune juice. I
Okay,
think it's good for your digestion.
you've got the prune juice.
Mm.
Are you guys all ready to go? Because at this point, I will turn it over to you outside of game. If there's anything you want to do, you all have the equivalent of 50 gold pieces. So if you wanted to go to any of the shops around town before you leave, now would be the time.
Oh,
Do we
I'm-
have any other equipment? Like
You have
ration
you would have all basic adventuring gear like rope, a backpack, all the generic things. That's fine. And then you also have all of the items, your action slot items. So that's all squared away. It would be anything possibly specific you were looking for. Otherwise, he's ready to send you through.
hey, I think if Miss June wants to join me, I would like to go find the shop that's going to sell the ointment in case we get where we're going. If they don't have a shop for the ointment, I would like to get the burn ointment before we know we need it. It's just better to be, a good orc like that.
June, what do you say?
You were asking me?
June, hi.
Hi.
I know you had your mind wandering off buildings. I understand. I do it too with trees. But yes, June, did you want to go get some ointment with me? We orcs might need it.
Only if I can have alcohol before we leave.
Not
Ooh.
adverse.
We don't know how turbulent this portal is going to be. Maybe you'll need it afterwards rather than before. Maybe wait till we go through the portal and then have it on the other side.
Oh. So
You
maybe
might
we should
have a
buy
point.
the alcohol now as well?
Then we better get a mop and bucket, I think, because I don't trust this portal.
You guys going on a mead run?
Yes.
I'll be doing something else. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna get rations. More rations than any one person will need.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna stop at a bookstore real quick.
Okay. So to recap, you're going to the general store looking for are you going to the general store or an apothecary looking for the teleportation potion?
I'm not picky, whichever the two might happen.
So whichever the first one you see.
Right.
Okay. Where's Raiden going?
Can I go and see if I can get some sort of medical patch, or potion for helping recover? Mention of a big worm has got me thinking that we might need something. So,
Okay. Cool. Finn?
I'm going to follow Pulchra to make sure she gets the right ointment and doesn't get scammed.
Because I was going to ask you, Finn, if you remembered the name of the ointment we might need. So it'll be nice to have you because I'm forgetful.
And where is June going?
I am going to follow
Pulchra.
Thank you.
Okay, so the three of you go that way. Let's get started with Zyla. Zyla steps out first. You're looking for food, rations. As you look to your right, you'll see that there's the whole rest of the town. People are moving through. It's a beautiful day. To your left, there's a food cart.
Oh. What do you have?
As you approach the food cart, you'll see that there's something on rotisserie.
Oh. Roast beast. Hi. Excuse me.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
How can I help you?
How much for the entire thing?
Entire thing, as a little gnome steps out from behind the cart.
Mhm.
What do you mean the entire thing?
Just like the entire thing. How much for all of it?
This is supposed to cover the entire day.
Oh. So your preference is to sell food for a longer period of time rather than having all your money up front?
He's gonna look around. Are you pulling a prank on me?
No. What part of your body is a prank?
There's been a lot of crazy things happening in this town. We heard just the other day, somebody stole all the horses.
Oh.
And now I've never seen you before, and you're asking to buy all of the meat here?
I mean, would you give me half of it?
Yeah, I could do that. That'll be 10 gold pieces.
Oh. Here's 10 gold pieces. I'll take half.
Okay, so he's gonna go and start cutting it up, and it's gonna take him a while to do this because he's very small and it's also really up high, so he has to reach to cut all of it. So it's gonna take a little bit. Jumping over to Raiden. Raiden, as you exit, you'll see Zyla goes over and starts interacting with that gnome. To the right, you see the rest of the town. There is a general store. There is an apothecary. To the left, there was a food truck. Where do you go?
I'll try my luck with the general store.
Okay. As you enter into the general store, you see a young man behind the counter who, as you open the door and rings the bell, you hear a little bell ring. Oh, can I help you? Are you alone? And as you look around, you're going to see that the entire place is kind of just messy and unorganized. There is just things not really placed in correct places. There is things missing. It looks like there's pieces of things missing, but it's just this is what you see.
I'll just turn around, walk straight back out, and go to the apothecary.
Oh, okay. Goodbye. At which point the other three of you will reach the apothecary in time. And as you step inside, you'll see that it's mostly reagents, mostly objects used for making potions. And it's very neat and very organized. There's an elf behind the cash register. Well, not really cash register. There's an elf up in the front behind the counter. And behind them there, up on the wall, are a bunch of vials. And I turn it over to the three of you. You've all just walked in together. What do you do?
Yes. We're looking for teleportation burn cream, please.
Excuse me?
The burns you get from a botched teleportation. The cream that helps sort of ease that a bit.
Give me an empathy check.
Okay.
For a reason.
Okay. 17.
Okay, on a 17, as you're looking at them, they're just kind of puzzled, fixated, looking at you. And you get the immediate feeling like teleportation burn cream they've never heard of.
Sure.
Is there
Go ahead.
is there any burn cream of any sort?
Or is there the item that we can make our own burn cream for, magical trips?
I will be very upfront with you. I've never heard of burn cream before. However, we do have these burn potions here. A group came in a couple of days ago and kind of cleaned out most of our potions. However, we did have 2 more burn potions left over.
And that heals the burns, doesn't give you the burn.
That's right, yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, that would be something else.
Then, June, I think those are what we should probably start with.
Probably closest thing they have, yeah.
How much are they?
Well, they're going to be 25 gold pieces each, so we're looking for 50 gold pieces for the lot. Inflation is rough these days, and with everything going on, especially since there's been a lot of havoc in town, what with travelers coming in and out, can't be too careful.
There's 3 of us. I think that we can each come up with 10 apiece. He's overcharging us with this 50, which is outrageous. So he really needs to kind of look at 8. I'll settle for 10.
I can hear you as you're saying that.
Well, then you should know you're overcharging, and I know it. It's not that hard for you to come to our agreement.
Give me a persuade check.
What dice do you want me to roll?
Roll a d20, and then add whatever number it says for persuade.
Yeah, where will I find that? Okay, so I got a 14, and then you want me to find persuade.
It's in the top right of your character sheet.
Really? I'm slow.
Under personality, you have 1, so that's 15.
Okay, for you, I don't see it. Oh, no, I don't see personality at all, but okay. So I have a 15 based on what you're seeing. Oh, I didn't see the whole thing. There it is, way over to the side.
All right, you got it. 15. The guy's going to stop for a second and look around and then look back at you guys and just be like, to be clear, I completely agree with the inflation problem. I think it's insane, but I'm not the shop owner. But look, if you just leave us a good review on your way out, there's a sign over there with a couple of pieces of paper. If you could just leave a positive review on your way out, I'll take the 30 gold pieces. That's fine.
Everybody agree? Does that sound good? Ben, you've got a way with words too. Would you like to agree with the letter?
Oh, yeah, sure. That's fine. I'll leave you a glorious review. It'll be fantastic.
I very much appreciate that. Yeah. At this point, Raiden has entered into the building. Raiden, you see all three of them up at the front as this elf is passing them these two big vials of colorful liquid.
Okay, I'm gonna have a look around to see if this store is in as much disarray as the other one,
It's not.
And feel satisfied that I might actually get something and walk up to the counter.
Okay.
And, excuse me, I'm looking for some medical potions or poultices. Do you have anything like that?
We have a few. Anything in particular you're looking to heal?
Just general all-purpose
Health. Just
nothing
health
nothing in particular, just general health.
Right.
It's probably going to need to be rather potent. I watched him drink a full glass of brown water and he didn't bat an eye.
You drank the where? Just so that I know where not to go.
The tavern. The brown water at the tavern.
The tavern?
Yes. I'm looking at him confused. Like, is he trying to?
No, the tavern's been closed for 8 months.
No wonder the water was brown.
Yeah,
That tastes about right.
Well, gentlemen, sir, may I ask and interrupt? Do you know a Mr. Hardy?
I've never heard that name before in my life. And he turns and looks away.
Does he turn to look away like he's purposely misleading me?
Give me an empathy check. Empathize. Give me an empathize check.
12 plus 1.
13. There's definitely something up there.
Ooh. Hey guys, come here. I have a funny feeling this guy is misleading us with regards to Mr. Hardy. So he knows Mr. Hardy but doesn't want to own up to it. I'm thinking we need to get a whole lot of stuff for this trip.
I can still hear you.
Well, then you still know you're overcharging. Why are you going to keep trying to overcharge?
All right, look here, and I got these for you. And he's gonna pick up like kind of this little crate and put it down in front of you. And there's these 3 small vials with some kind of red liquid in it that's kind of glowing.
And they're free, right?
No, they're
because
not.
you keep listening to us.
They're
You
not
should not
free.
be charging us for this.
They're not free. These are health potions. They're 10 gold apiece.
No, too much. You got to come down a little bit more because you're listening. You know this.
I'll leave you 2 reviews.
Can I glare menacingly at him with my arms crossed? Just not say anything, just stare at him. Sort of.
Are you trying to intimidate him?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, give me a persuade check.
Would that not be threaten?
Now, threaten would be you're actually threatening him.
All right, okay. Well, I have -1 persuade, so I'd rather threaten him.
But wait, I don't want to forget that my lovely little character does use her words to kind of trance the people she's talking at, which is why she's talking to him about his actions. Does that make sense, David?
Yes, but I'll let me just finish up with what Raiden's doing. So
Okay.
Ray, are you going to threaten him?
I'll say, I'll slam my hand on the table and go, stop messing around and give us the real price and tell us what you know about that stupid cat.
All right, threaten check.
I'll take a step back from Raiden as he does this, kind of startled.
That's a 17.
Okay, yeah, on a 17, he's just gonna be like, all right, settle down. Gosh, look, you guys are pretty new here. Cat moved into town like a couple weeks ago. Been nothing but trouble ever since. And now horses are being stolen. The general store was robbed. They took like a bunch of money from the general store. It's pretty rough around here right now, okay? And now you're telling me that there's something going on inside the tavern? I'm a little concerned for my town is all. Look, 10 is a fair price. I'll cut it down to 8. All right. I don't want any trouble. Please just take him and let's go.
Okay. I'll get the gold out and just nod my head and turn my back.
You take all of those potions. You finish the transaction. June, is there anything you're doing while you're in here?
I'm going over to the wall and just writing review and review.
Okay, very good. Finn, is there anything else you're doing while you're in here?
No, I'm going to head out to the parchment that he told us about, the Yelp parchment, and leave my review.
Okay. As you all finish up here, and I'm assuming you're all going to leave basically together, Zyla, you'll see as the party exits, June being the last to leave, and you're just here from behind the counter. No, not write review on the wall. Just kind of defeated.
Get a bounce off of it. Don't worry.
Sounds like you guys had fun. I got lots of food. We're not going to be hungry.
Yum.
Oh, well, at least I'm going to like count on my fingers.
Zyla,
Depends on how many days.
The gnome would have prepared it by cutting it in half and then wrapping it in like butcher paper.
Ooh.
It is like half of you. So it's very big. Would you like to like put it on your back?
Yes.
Okay. So you all see Zyla has this giant hunk of meat on her back.
We are going to be so full all the time. No one's going hungry. I'm going to count on but for at least 2 days.
And may I ask how big each of us are compared to Miss Zyla, just in the event that she gets exhausted carrying all of our, energy around for us, all of our foods. Maybe some of the bigger folks. Again, I keep.
So when you look at Zyla, she's around like 5'2", 5'3", so she's very short. But it seems like that big of a hunk of meat should be like causing her to like be like carry like a kid with a big heavy backpack.
Right.
Now she's standing up perfectly straight. Doesn't seem to be having any weight at all.
Oh, well, Miss Zyla, you're pretty strong then. Thank you.
Thank you. I got one more stop. Are
What's
you
your
guys ready
stop?
to go? Oh, I wanted to stop at the bookstore. And I'm going to look at Finn.
Right. The book. Why are we going to the bookstore?
Have you ever fought a worm before?
No.
I wouldn't exactly call it a fight. I've plucked several from the ground. Pretty
Yeah, I see.
easy.
But remember that it was a big worm because he was inside of it when he was on someone's shoulder.
Yes. Yes. So I thought, how do I fight a worm? And I'm like, I've never fought a worm before, but maybe someone wrote a book about a worm before, and maybe I can figure out how to fight it if I read the book.
I wouldn't necessarily trust the cat's recounting of how big the worm is, but it's still a good idea to know what we're going into. So, yes, let's go to the bookstore.
Plus, if they have those Facebooks, we can figure out how much they're worth, and maybe we can resell them if we get one.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, what if it's a super rare book? If it's a super rare book, then we'll make so much money. A split between us, of course.
What if it's a book with a face on that talks? It could be a magic book.
Oh, yes. What would we call that book? I would name that book Tom.
It's a very interesting name for a book.
Nobody would want it. It's a book called Tom. And if they it was a book about magic, they wouldn't. It was called Tom.
But then you wouldn't have to read the book. The book would tell you what's inside.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sort of like an audio book.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh
Would be
god.
something
That's probably
audible.
a better name than Tom.
Oh. Would we call it audible? Because you can hear it, right? So it makes the
TM.
book audible.
Oh gosh.
This adventure is sponsored by.
June, I think all the book people are going to the book. What do you want to do?
Yeah. What is June doing at this point?
June wants to go to the general store to try to find some bug repellent and or bug smashing things.
Okay.
I'll go with June to keep her out of trouble because she likes to bounce on walls and off buildings and break.
I'm gonna run.
I'm gonna chase after her. I'll follow her. You guys will meet back up where?
At the tavern, where Hardy is.
The place is any. See you there in 20.
Okay. Starting with Finn, Raiden, and Zyla, you guys all split off and start walking down through the town. There's a bunch of people walking around, walking through. Very diverse looking group of just townsfolk. Everybody just going about their ways. Every so often you'll see a sailor passing by because this is a sailor town. And then you'll see kind of off towards the edge of town, towards the west, you see a building that's kind of old, not really well kept, a little small, almost like a shack almost in a way. And it says bookstore on it. But like the second O in bookstore is like kind of scratched out and faded.
Ooh, that place looks like it's been around for a while. I bet they have really good books.
What do you guys do?
Let's go and see.
I'm gonna skip down the road to the bookstore, go inside it.
Finn, do you follow along?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I love a good bookstore.
Okay. You guys arrive at the bookstore, and as you step inside, you are just greeted with this kind of stench of old books that haven't been opened for a very long time, like a really old library. And you just see just kind of disheveled books all over the place, many of which don't look like they're in very good condition. In fact, most of them look like they're just kind of ruined. In fact, it's more like a thrift bookstore that hasn't been well kept. Behind the counter, sitting there, asleep on their hand, is an old man with a long white beard and hair put up in this kind of strange ponytail, but it's like a messy ponytail, and he's just asleep on his hand, snoring.
I'm gonna lean over and whisper and say, I don't think we're gonna find any talking books here.
But look at all these well-loved books.
I'm gonna take a big whiff of that smell, the books. That's the stuff.
I'm gonna go over to the person sleeping. Excuse me. Hello. Hi.
No, I don't want any more.
Oh, did we offer something I didn't think that I don't remember?
Oh, there's people here. Hello. How are you?
Oh.
Good day.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, it's day? Oh, I guess I slept through it. Anyway, how can I help you?
Do you have any books on large worms? Like the kind that could eat humanoids or talking cats?
Eat talking cats?
Well, and humans. Like a talking cat. It's probably not that specific. I doubt you have a book that specific, but you have any books on like large worms?
I'm kind of drawing a blank on that now. Let me see. And he's gonna reach down and just pull out this tiny little book of his and start flipping through it, looking for something. And that'll take him like a solid minute. What is Raiden doing at this point?
I'll say, do you have any books, not just about worms, but about monsters in general? Maybe there's something about worms in one of those. Because he seems intent on the worm.
You mean something like a monster manual?
That is exactly what I mean.
Yeah, we don't have one of those. We are fresh sold out of monster manuals, and we're not restocking them.
Oh.
How about any monster fact sheets?
You mean
Or-
like statistical blocks?
or anything?
Statistical
Anything that we can look at that might have a worm on it, or
All right.
something worm adjacent.
I might have something for that. Let me take a look. He's now going to step out away from, but still holding his little book. He's going to step away and start going through and looking at some of these bookshelves. The bookshelves aren't even sorted right. Some of the shelves aren't even full all the way. They're like half full with the books flopped over. Like, it's hard to look at. They have to stand upright, but no, it doesn't. It's not perfect. And he'll continue down the line a little bit, and eventually he'll reach down and pull out this kind of a thick hardcover book and turn and hand it to you. As he blows the dust off of it. There should be something about worms in here.
Yay. Thank you. How much?
Before that, can I do like an observation or something to see if the book is actually something that we want? That he's given us the right book.
Well, he seems like a nice guy, but yeah, you're probably right. We should probably look at it.
Give me a actually, yeah. Oh, a nature check first.
Nature, okay. That's an 11.
On an 11, as you look at it and you kind of like have to dust off the rest of the dust that's there, you're just going to see it. It says gardening for beginners. And then on the bottom, it says how to use worms for gardening.
No.
Yeah,
What's-
I don't
what
think
we're
this is
looking for?
exactly what we're looking for.
Oh.
Actually, it's exactly what you're looking for.
These seem like worms. We need worms.
Yeah, they're in there. And he's going to slap the top of the book. They're in there. You're good.
I'm going to raise my
He
eyebrow
says
and
they're in
say,
there.
and how much are we expected to pay for this?
It should be in its condition, which is pristine. It's about 15 gold pieces.
Oh,
And that-
that's more.
Is with our 10% off discount. What day is it? It's Thursday. All right, that's still a 10% off discount, right? If it was Friday, it would be a 10% off. Saturday is 9%, but today is 10%.
Oh.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna look at Finn and Zyla. I'm just gonna shrug, like shake my head, like.
Oh, what page is it on?
It's towards the back of the book.
Can you show me so I know what picture to look for?
I would, but I left my glasses at home. I can't see very well.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Where's Finn?
Do you have a parchment for writing reviews for your shop?
You know, the local town government keeps coming in and saying we need to post those amongst all the craziness that's going on. The most I would do is offer a discount instead, so I don't really care about your reviews.
Clearly. I mean, where I've grown up, I know a lot about garden worms. So I don't think we'll need the book. Not this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, though.
Oh, you don't want the book? Are you sure?
I might want the book. And I'm gonna take the book from Raiden. Let me see. Where's the guy? The shopkeep?
Yeah. Oh, he's at this point he will have like moseyed his way back to the front, and he's already gonna like just kind of be sitting down, already getting ready to just fall asleep again.
Okay, well, if this book isn't the right book for us, do you have a book on ancient literature somewhere in the back?
Oh, you're gonna make me go to the back, are you? Ancient literature. What,
Mhm.
like some kind of foreign language or something?
How about like poems or like love stories? Not
Ugh,
spicy love stories, no. Uh,
I think you've
these
chosen
guys
the
are way
wrong
too
type
young
of
for that.
shop.
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's right. That's a different back room. Okay. Well, this one, how about just regular poems and stuff?
A poetry book. All right, fine. And he's gonna go over just to the other side, and there's a whole bookcase there with storybooks.
And he's distracted. I'm gonna like find a place where I can like have myself and the giant piece of meat between me and the book so I can look at it real quick.
So you'll be putting yourself behind, like back to them. The
Yeah.
rest of the party, like the other two guys, are there next to you,
Yep.
so they'd be able to see too.
Okay, so I'm gonna like, quick, we just gotta look at the book for like 2 seconds, make sure it's not there, and then we'll know. Quick, look. I'm gonna flip through.
As you flip through the book, going really quickly, you flip open to the back towards the end, and there's a section there for gardening with giant worms.
Okay, he wasn't lying. I told you he looked nice. Quick, read it. And I'm just like gonna like make a weird, like really concentrating face, like very animated.
You read that it says the weakness to giant worms is fire.
Oh.
And if they start off as really great companions, but eventually they will get too big and start eating all of your crops instead of helping you burrow for them. So they will become a problem.
Oh, this is good information. It's good information. Okay. I'm gonna close the book and then like turn around like nothing happened. And I'm gonna say out of the side of my mouth, should we get really dry books here? You know, like I can't make fire. Nope.
Is there not something a little bit more portable than carrying a load of books around with us? Maybe we can go back to the apothecary and get something that.
Oh, I know how to throw a fireball.
Oh, well then we're good. I'm gonna set the book down like at his thing and be like, you never mind about the ancient book. We're gonna go. Have a good day. I hope you get to catch up on your sleep.
Okay, that's great. Goodbye. Thank you for coming to the bookshop of Sugar Plums. And he's gonna just slowly fall asleep. Jumping over to June and Pulchra, you guys will arrive at the general store, and as you open the door, you see that there is a young man behind the counter, young human man, and around in the general store, it is just messy. It is very, very messy. What would you guys do?
June, I think this might be the right store for that bug stuff.
I think so too. It's a pretty store.
Okay, but remember, keep yourself under control in here. We don't want to break more of their stuff. It looks like a lot
What's
of their
broken?
stuff has been. It looks like everything. Should we go walking around and looking, or should we ask the gentleman for help?
Walk around, and if he asks.
You can handle that. Okay, let's walk. I'm thinking not only should we get your bug spray, but I don't know. Let's see if they have like a carry bag or something so that we're not holding them in our hand.
And
Like
maybe a cat toy.
Oh, a cat toy? Why do we need a cat toy?
In case we find somebody else around the
The
round.
Hardy's not coming with us. He said he wouldn't come. He already lost his wallet. He didn't want to lose his money too.
But what if we find another friend on the way?
Excuse me? Can I help you? You're just
Why?
kind of in the shop. We're kind of on lockdown here, so I'm gonna have to ask you, just like, is there anything I can help you find?
Sure. Do you have anything for bugs?
Like a bug repellent?
Bug repellent, bug killer.
You know,
Okay.
the kind that dwell under the ground kind of bug guys.
Well, I
You
have
know?
this, and he holds up like this big wooden mallet. This kills bugs. You just hit them.
No.
But my weapon would work for that. No. I'm looking for something that goes pss, pss.
Oh, like a spray?
Yes.
I hear that bugs. I'm not really like a bug expert, but like I hear that you can spray. There's different types of things like alcohol, and the bugs don't like that.
You mean
Ah,
like rubbing alcohol for wounds and stuff like that? Dude, this might work a 2-for-1.
Uh, Maybe. I'm not really too sure.
Or
do you have
drinking
that?
alcohol.
I mean, we have a couple of bottles here. We're kind of there's been a lot of passerbys, people coming through, and they've kind of cleaned us out, but I have a couple of bottles left over.
Is it rubbing alcohol or is it drinking alcohol?
Oh, it's robbing alcohol for supplies.
Rubbing alcohol. What about bandages? Do you have bandages too? Are they
Yeah.
clean?
I have a kit here, these traveling adventurer first aid kits. We have one full one left, but I have a couple of bottles of rubbing alcohol.
Just in case, I know you like coming off of buildings and stuff like that, but I'm worried that you might get hurt. So maybe we should. I know, but what if I follow you? I want you to make me better. Maybe we should get bandages too. The safety kit and the rubbing alcohol for the bugs.
How much?
For all of this, we're looking at like 20 gold pieces, and that's with everything included. And to be fair, as you look at this, you'll see that it is actually a bundle here of first aid supplies.
June, do you think it's worth it? I think this one's a little bit more fair than the last store.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let's go for it.
We should split this too, right?
Sure.
Okay. Here's my 10. Yes, sir.
How do we split the one?
The 20.
I thought you said 25.
I'm sorry, sir. Did you say it was 20 or 25? I'm forgetful like that.
It's 20. It's definitely 20.
Yeah. So, June,
I'm
if you do
dyslexic,
10,
don't mind me.
good. If you do 10, I'll do 10, and then we've got the whole team covered. What do you think?
Okay, let's do this.
Yes, sir. I think we'll do that. And so I give him my 10. And
Okay. So you've now collected first aid supplies and rubbing alcohol. So keep track of that. In fact, I'm going to remind everybody, keep track of all the things that you buy. They will carry over. They will be important here and in the future. So that's fun. Now, all of you guys will complete your shopping and then find yourselves just getting back to the tavern together. The lights are still on inside. The torches are still lit. And as you go inside, you'll see a little cat that's fallen asleep on the table. And as you open the door, he just kind of startles up. Oh my gosh. It is yesterday. Oh, it's just you guys.
well, we had to get our supplies, and we're ready. I think we're ready. I'm ready for you to teletransport us now, whatever that word was that you said you'd do.
Yes, we're going to teleport all of you now over to help find my wallet. Remember, it's pink and fuzzy. And I definitely did not lose it inside the giant worm.
Not in the worm. Got it. And it might have been weird that the glittery dude was.
How big is it?
The wallet or the worm?
The wallet.
Oh, it's like my size.
The worm.
It's very big. It's like 18 sizes of me.
Ooh.
And how close is this portal going to take us?
Oh, like kind of right near it, not too far away.
Oh, that's good. Well, I'm ready. Are you guys ready?
Let's
Hey.
go.
As I'll ever be.
All right.
Okay. All right, everybody. Do you want to like hold hands or something? Or should I just like send you all over?
I want to run.
Okay, fine. And Hardy is going to kind of sit there for a second and then look back, look away, like put his head away from you guys, and then look back at you guys again and be like, all right, here it is. Then raise one little hand, little paw, and just like wave it. And in front of you all, a green spiral begins to appear, which turns into a kind of a swirling little vortex, which then opens, and it looks like you could just cross over into the outside. You feel the sun coming from the other side radiating through this portal over you, hitting you.
Ooh,
On the other
pretty.
side, there's just kind of this grayish dirt on the ground, and you can see behind it there's these green trees. Do you go through?
I'll get my weapons ready and walk straight through.
Okay.
I will skip through.
All right, I can hold this for like literally 6 seconds, so I need you all to go really quickly.
I'm going.
Yeah,
Come
I'll
on,
go, I'll
June.
go.
Okay.
Run through and hug a tree.
That's it.
Okay, yes, you all run through successfully, and you'll hear as you get to the other side. Hey, just a reminder, if anything happens to you, we do not pay out on death benefits. Okay, good luck, goodbye. And then the portal closes.
Wait. Oh, that didn't sound good, guys. But okay.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's go.
As you pop out on the other side and kind of get your bearings and start looking around, you'll see that on one side you have this like line of trees and a very dense forest. And on the other side, you're standing on the dirt, and on the other side, as you turn around, you see this carcass laying there of this giant purple worm.
Oh,
Its head completely severed and just laying there. It looks like it's been here for some time, just kind of rotting away. There are like the equivalent of birds sitting on top of it, vultures just picking at it. It's grotesque to look at.
Oh, I bet whoever killed this thing was awesome.
Yeah, it didn't have bones, but the mess that's there, it looks like it was huge.
Are there any flowers around?
There are little flowers by the trees.
I want to grab some and throw it on the worm.
Yeah, you successfully pick up flowers and throw them on the worm. The worm does nothing. The worm is dead.
I am going to look around for a fuzzy pink wallet the size of a talking cat.
Oh,
What does Raiden do?
I want to look around for glitter.
Interesting. Okay. Polker, what is Polker doing?
I'm looking for the pink wallet also. But in a minute, I'm going to call Radiant because I think this is what that stuff is they're calling glitter on the ground down here.
And what does Finn do?
Finn's going to go closer to the worm and try to find a way, the least disgusting way inside of it.
Okay. Well, let's start there. The rest of you, go ahead and give me an investigation check, and we'll call those numbers in a second. Finn, as you approach the decapitated head of the worm, you'll see that there's just this big tunnel that you could step inside. The ground beneath kind of just putrid and sticky, almost like whatever was inside of it is just kind of receding into the ground. So the ground itself is muddy with this gunk, and it reeks something terrible. But there is a pathway for you to walk inside.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull my shirt up over my face to kind of help with the smell. Oh, this is disgusting. Awesome. And I'll make my way inside.
Okay. So some of you will see as Finn goes inside. Raiden and Zyla, what were those investigation checks?
Mine was a 3.
13.
Okay, so Raiden, as you're looking around, you're looking for this glitter. You don't see any glitter. What you do see are holes, tiny little holes, kind of all over the area. You're also going to notice that there are footprints kind of running around this worm in a way, and those footprints lead up and over to the other side towards the west and kind of leading towards a cliff. So that's what you see. But mostly you'd be mostly fixated on these like little holes that are all over the place. Zyla, as you start looking around with a 13 and you're looking for a little fuzzy wallet, you'll notice that there is little spots of glitter here and there,
No.
little like just kind of reflecting back at you in the sunlight. You'll also notice that just a little pinch of pink fuzz is sitting in the ground, kind of stuck in between where some of the putrid mud is.
I'm going to point it out. I found evidence.
What did you find?
Yay!
Jumping over to Pulchra. Pulchra, give me a investigation check as well.
It was 7 + 2 is 9.
9. Okay, so you'll probably see the glitter and the holes that I had described to Raiden. What did June find? Or what is June? Is June looking for anything?
June was gonna climb a tree to get a better view of the area.
Perfect. Yes. So you would climb the tree, and then as you take a look around and try to get a view of the area, June, you're going to notice something. The ground in certain places is trembling, moving, tremoring.
Well, that's not good.
With that, jumping back to Finn. Finn, you're stepping through this tunnel of worm corpse. How are you going to go as far as you can, or where are you going to go?
You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that. How much light is in here?
The further you continue, there starts to be no light.
Do I have enough magical proficiency? I could perhaps summon just a tiny flame in my hand so I can see.
Absolutely. Yeah. So you can just put up a little fireball to walk through and ignite your way. You get the feeling instantly that having this kind of flame next to all of this, it could be potentially dangerous and potentially explosive. So you might not want to keep it up for too long.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do a quick look around for the fuzzy pink wallet where I'm standing.
Give me an investigation check as you step through and get mostly all the way through this worm.
How's a 4?
On a 4, you don't really see anything yet. Jumping back to the rest of the group, June, you see those tremors happening.
I want to yell down to the rest of the group and just, you might want to look out. There's tremors. There's something going on down there.
And we feel them yet?
So at this point, as June calls out and says there's tremors, you're able to look around and see that the ground itself is moving in different places. And as she calls that out, 3 worms pop out and go snarling at you, opening up their mouths, showing that they have this just kind of endless void leading down into their stomachs. And they are going to move to attack the 3 of you. So here's how combat is going to work. We're going into our combat phase. You guys will choose one of you to go. Then one of the worms will go. Then the next one of you guys can go. We go back and forth. It's called group by group. So I now turn it over to you. 3 of your party members are about to be attacked by these giant worms. What do you guys do collectively? Give me the first person.
Who is it? Which 3 of us is it?
3 exactly?
Raiden, Zyla, and Pulchra are in the field where the combat is going down. June is up on a tree, and Finn is inside the worm. Yes,
Are we
June.
the 3 warriors?
How big is the worm?
It's not nearly as big. They're actually very small. They're about the same size as you if they were next to you.
And how close are they to us? How close are we to each other and the worms to us now?
Great question. So instead of using feet, we use something called squares. It's just easier. So I could say they're 1 square away, and then you can measure that next to it says movement on your sheet. You have up to that amount each rotation. Most of you, I think, have 5. I think all of you actually might have 5. That's the base movement. So you can move 5 squares in a turn. The three of you are 2 squares away from each other, so you're not far away. The baddies are 3 squares away from that, and they are surrounding you. One at 11 o'clock, one at 6 o'clock, one at 3 o'clock.
So have we got like our backs to the trees?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And they're coming at us from the front,
Correct. Well, they're
Okay.
around you. They're surrounding you.
but they're not coming up from the tree.
They're not coming from the trees. No, they're just popping up out of the ground.
Okay. I'd like to go first if everyone's okay with that, and charge towards the closest worm.
Raiden, are you a human?
Yes.
All right, cool. So you have charge ability.
Yeah, I'm using my charge ability, and I want to shout at everyone to head towards the trees, and have my my attack.
Okay. So you're aiming for one of the worms. Go for it.
And it's so it's the attack. Do we add anything for?
It's just the dice roll.
There's no bonus for that.
Nothing.
All right, so that's a 5.
That's awesome. It's so the whole system is based on smaller numbers, makes it so much simpler.
So yeah, so the 5 is nothing, or
no, you did 5 damage.
No, that was my roll to hit.
No, that's just.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
So all right. So let's walk through this. This is perfect. The way that this works, you just roll whatever it says there.
Okay.
And the damage hits. You're always going to hit. It's just sometimes they may have different things. Like they may have armor. So you tell me 5, it may not actually be 5 on my end because I may have a higher armor. So
Are you rolling to find out how much damage they could take? So like his 5 might have gone against your 18.
No,
I don't know how
there's a number that I have for their health, and so now -5 from that.
So my first attack then should be 2 d8s.
That's right.
Because I get, so that's a 13 then.
So you do 13 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, Raiden, as you charge into combat, yelling at your team to fall back to the trees, and jumping up to June, you watch down as Raiden comes in and with one swing of the sword, basically almost completely cuts through this one worm. It's just kind of flopping around now as there's a massive gash through the side of it. It's flopping around, flailing, screeching.
Nice shot.
Up next is going to be that worm who's going to retaliate against you. Okay, it is going to like be screeching, flailing around, and then it's going to just stop for a second, lean back, and spit hot acid at you.
Ouch.
Let's see how it does. Raiden, you are going to take... you're going to take 3 damage. Now, it deals 3 damage. So that's 3 minus your armor rating.
So that's 2.
So 3 minus 2, you only take 1 damage.
Nice.
But that's like a first degree burn, right?
Well, it stings a little, but you guys have stuff for that, so I'm not super worried. Okay. Worm 1 has gone. Who is next to go from the party? And also, don't forget, Finn, you're still inside the worm. June, you're up on the tree. So you guys don't get left out here.
I would like to go.
Okay, Zyla, you're up.
All right. I like your slashing. I'm gonna say to Raiden, and I'm just gonna run forward. And one that he has not attacked yet, I'm going to go ahead and attack with my iron sword.
Okay.
And my iron sword does max damage 8.
Okay. Again, another critical hit on these things. I shouldn't say critical, that's misleading. Another very good hit on these things. How are you striking it? Zyla.
I am going to grab my blade and like do kind of like a flourish and like spin and rotate and end that like approach it, start spinning around, and when I end right in front of it, I'm going to slash as part of my spin.
Okay. And as you finish your spin, bringing your sword down, you deal 8 damage. The creature just screeches at you in pain. Up next, that worm is going to retaliate. It's going to try to bite you.
Oh.
And on its bite, it is going to do... It does 5 damage as it lunges forward and kind of grabs your arm that you have your sword in.
Oh, that's not nice.
Okay. Up next is the party. Who's next?
That would be me.
Okay, Pulcher's up.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw a fireball at the third and final guy.
Okay.
There's an 8.
You rolled an 8. Okay.
Right, I got an 8. Isn't there like a plus thing?
Nope, that's it. It's whatever's on the dice.
Roll.
Oh, okay.
All right, you did 8 damage. As you hit this thing with the fireball, it's just going to go like kind of flail back a little bit since you hit it really hard.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell me it's dead.
Worm 3 is going to go, and it's going to turn. It's not going to go after the person that hit it with the fireball. It's going to charge forward through the dirt and go after Raiden. Raiden, from your side, this thing is coming to intercept and attack you, and it is going to strike with a 7, biting you.
Ouch.
You are...
Muted.
So I'll take a 5 then. So the 2 from the armor.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, up next, June or Finn? Who's going to go?
I can go.
Okay, go ahead, June. Go ahead.
I had hoped to like jump down on top of one of them to cause damage, but I don't think I can due to structure. So
Well, they are a little further out from where you would be. To be clear.
Okay.
You can jump down though.
Can I see any other moving ground or just them?
Great question. Give me an investigation check.
D20, right?
Correct.
2.
June, the sun gets in your eyes. And as you look around, you can't help but think, is all of the ground moving or is none of the ground moving? That being said, you still have the rest of your turn to use your actions. So what would you like to do? You could still move and still use an action.
I'll slide down the tree.
You slide down the tree. Okay. You slide down the tree. That is going to be part of your movement. So you still have 2 more squares left to go. You can run up and attack or anything else.
I'll run up and attack.
Okay. What do you use?
And that's my iron sword. It's 1d8. And that's a 1.
Okay. You which are you going after? One of the ones by Zyla, or are you going after one of the 2 by Raiden?
One of the 2 by Raiden.
Yeah. Okay. And you said you're using an iron sword?
Yes.
Okay, so the one that had spit acid just a couple moments ago, June, you run up and swing on it and then just hit right on the other edge where Raiden hadn't struck it and cut its head clean off. The head flops onto the ground and the body just flails back and forth before receding back into the ground.
Yay!
You did it!
Good going, June. Good going.
I mean, Raiden, you did most of it, but good job, June.
Cutting over to Finn. Finn, you are inside of the worm. You do not hear the commotion.
Oh, no.
Unless you're rolling for it. Unless you're rolling to check for it, in which case, give me a vigilance check.
Got it. That is 15.
On a 15, you can gently hear the muffled combat going on outside, but you are very deep inside of the worm right now. What do you do?
I will. I'm gonna make my way as fast as I can out of the worm.
Are you looking around on the ground on your way out?
As best I can, with as fast as I'm moving. Yes.
Give me an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Finn, you turn and start running out of the worm, trying to regroup with your team. And as you look down, you see a little fuzzy coin pouch sitting there inside of the muck. It's pink, but has very much damaged spots on it from sitting in acid.
Yeah, how far away is it from me?
It's right on the ground. You could just reach down and pick it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'll grab it while I'm sprinting out of this worm and continue my way out.
As you reach down and pick it up, there's just kind of this slime that comes off of it, and it hits back down on the ground.
Gross.
Yeah, you run back outside, and you can see now. You can see the whole team there.
And can we see that he's gotten the wallet?
Not yet.
Are we too busy?
You guys are busy. But Finn, as you step outside, you will have just seen as June cuts the head off of one of these smaller worms. This is also the first time you're seeing these worms in action.
Yeah, I'll have the wallet held up above my head because I was ready to, be like, hey guys, I got it. But I'm just like, just kind of look horrified at what I'm seeing.
The first time you've seen the outside of a worm, it's okay. We can deal with it.
All right. Are you going to use an action? Because you could still use your action slots. You've only moved.
Oh, okay. How far away are the worms from me?
They're within 5 squares.
Okay. Fireball.
Okay. Are you aiming for the one by Raiden, or are you aiming for the one by Pulchra?
Can I tell, just a cursory glance, which one has been, is more damaged?
They both look like they've taken hits.
Okay. The one by Pulchra.
Okay.
5.
Boom. -5. The fire just pushes it back a little bit. It does not look good. It looks singed and crispy burning. It's still burning as the fire starts to extinguish a little bit. Okay, and we're back to the top. We're at the top of rotation 2. Raiden, it is your turn.
Mooted.
I will have a swing at the worm in front of me, but I will use my shield and do a shield bash.
Okay.
So that does 1.
Okay, you're going to strike it for 1 damage as you smash it with your shield. Okay. Awesome. Good job. Worm 1 is dead. Zyla, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna continue to slash at the one that's in front of me.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 6.
Zyla, how do you end this worm's whole career?
I'm gonna do a really cool again another flourish. I'm just gonna spin around, cut at it as I go past it, and then put my blade through it and make sure I end with a pose at the end where my sword's still out, facing the others.
All
That
right,
was
yeah.
fun.
Zyla, you take down that worm. The worm collapses. There is
Keep
still
going, guys.
one worm left. Pulchra, it's your turn.
Well, can I use the fireball again, or
Absolutely.
which one I wonder will be more damage, the arcane projectile or the fireball? If I recall correctly, they said that they don't like fire, so I'm going to do another fireball.
Okay, go for it.
That's the 6.
All right. As you shoot a fireball at this worm and strike it with a 6, you hit it right on top of the head, at which point it's just kind of pops and flails around and collapses dead. You have
Ooh.
successfully slayed these 3 wormlings.
Good
That's
job,
called
everybody.
teamwork,
Woo.
guys.
I'll just hold my hand up again. But got it.
Hooray! Okay.
Wow.
How are we supposed to get? Do we start walking now, or how was this?
June, you start to feel a tremor beneath your feet. Raiden, you
Ruh-roh.
also feel the tremor beneath your feet from where you both are standing. Do you look around?
Yes, and try and get a sense of which direction the tremor's coming from.
As you start looking around, you'll see there are tremors all around you, everywhere. The ground is surrounded. And then all of those tremors that are all over start to just kind of converge and move into one place as a whole slew of little worm heads start to pop up. They're all the same size as the other creatures, an entire brigade of these worms, all snarling and searing at you, getting ready to charge. What do you guys do?
We have.
Oh, no.
Am I the only mage here? Can we teleport ourselves back together? If
I
we
have an
work as
idea.
a team?
I have an idea.
Yeah.
Also, portal, hardy portal. I don't know how to make the portal thing happen, but hopefully that works. You guys get to the tree line where we first appeared. Go to where we first appeared.
Okay.
I'm gonna try something.
Do
You
you
guys
all
do that?
follow? What do you guys do?
I took off running to the tree line, dude.
Okay, Pulchra goes to the trees. June?
Running to the trees and kind of
Okay.
going up a little ways one.
Finn?
Yep. I'm gonna put the wallet in my pack and make my way to the tree line.
Raiden?
I'm going to stay a few steps back, just to
Hold the
see
line.
what's going to happen before deciding to retreat.
Okay, Zyla, what do you do?
I'm gonna take the prune juice off of my back. I'm gonna uncork it, have a weird look on my face, be like, huh, and then a big smile. And I'm gonna chuck it right in the middle of them.
Do you sniff it at all?
That's what the weird face is.
That's what the weird face is.
I pull it off like, huh, okay, and I throw it at them, and then I take my shield, which I imagine has a band around it, like a metal band around the rim, and my sword, and I wait for it to drop with this big grin on my face.
Raiden, because you're standing close by, as Zyla uncorks the prune juice, you immediately get this stench of gasoline.
Okay, I'm gonna shout back at everyone, fireball, and then start running for the trees.
All right, Zyla, what do you do?
I'm gonna use my sword and the metal from my shield to create sparks.
Do the rest of you start hurling fireballs as well?
I'm going to yell at Zyla to run back to us and get out of the way as I conjure a fireball and get ready to toss it beyond her, right onto her lovely green coat.
Does Finn also? What does Finn do?
Yeah, I'll do my best to launch a fireball toward the prune juice.
You all collectively make enough sparks and throw enough fireballs that very quickly you just see and hear this big as all of the worms are engulfed in an explosive flame. There's a gasoline fire now in the middle of this clearing.
I'm gonna just gonna turn around and like have a big grin on my face to like do the small like the running away slow mo with the fire going off in the background.
The fire continues to burn for a very long time. It seems like it's going to keep spreading, and then eventually the fire spreads and touches the gunk that's connected to the giant corpse worm, and now that just kind of engulfs in this massive flame. At which point you hear behind you, because now there's just this big fire going on. Hey, did you guys find my wallet?
Yep, we also made fire.
Oh my gosh. All right, well, to be fair, you guys didn't sign anything with me, so if they come looking for who caused the arson here, it's not connected to me. All right, let's get the heck out of here.
Oh, good going, team. Let's go with Hardy.
Hardy is then, as you look at Hardy is not holding anything else, but you do see that around his neck is a golden amulet. Specifically, for those of you watching at home, it's Lima's amulet.
Oh,
A green portal emerges in front of you. All right, come on, we're going on vacation. Let's go.
Barbecue! I brought the meat.
Yes.
I assume that it's sort of raining pieces of worm, so I'm quickly going through
Somebody
the
else's
and
problem.
wiping everything off of my shoulders.
There's a horrible stench. It's getting in on there's leaving like this kind of a dust on your armor, but yeah, you get collectively through. Do the rest of you follow?
Yes.
June goes through. Finn?
Yep, got it. Yep.
Pulchra?
Yes.
Yeah, as you guys step through, you find yourselves now, and the green portal closes, and you find yourself surrounded by these beautiful, gigantic, kind of lavish-looking trees. A sense kind of hits your nose of this like very sugary, kind of sweet scent. And as you look around, you're kind of in this town, but the town itself looks kind of abandoned and almost like a copy of the town from Topaz Bay in a way. All the buildings kind of look the same, but there's no people. And as you look down, you see that there's a bunch of footprints going in a bunch of different directions, but there's no people around. And Hardy just kind of trots ahead a little bit. Says, all right, that is it. You guys are on vacation. Have fun. There's going to be jobs posted in the morning, so I recommend you clean up your stuff, get better. It looks like you took a little acid damage there or something. You deal with a little fire there, Raiden.
A little bit of a disagreement with one of the worms.
Yeah, see, worms, they don't really have good temperaments. They get really angry, but...
Okay, we got that ointment.
Right, that's right. It's going to be very important for you to wait, when did you get the ointment? You know what? I don't care. It's fine. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to go now. I have to go pick up the next batch of adventurers. There's a bunch of dudes and guys and fellas and friends who are here. And then there's those other folks. I don't know where they got off to. They like I said to the last group, they got kind of moody and like, I don't trust you. We'll talk about this later. Those were the other guys. They went off somewhere. We haven't found them yet. I think the other guy is still kind of, just kind of feeling in his like edgy teens right now. So we'll catch up with the rest of the group later. But anyway, new jobs will be coming tomorrow, okay?
Where are we?
By new jobs.
Oh, new jobs, yeah. You're in eternity right now.
Wait, how do we get out of eternity?
Oh, you don't get out
How
of
do we
eternity.
end
You are
our
inside
vacation?
eternity. We have a whole town we have to build. Didn't you check the fine print on the job description?
This doesn't sound like a vacation.
No, it doesn't.
Vacation, help Hardy build Hardy Town. It's all, same thing, same difference. It's going to be exciting and fun regardless. You're being paid in Hardy credits, don't you know? It's fine. Look at the back of the disclaimer on the form.
Is the portal still open? Can we walk through?
The portal's closed. As you look back, you just see this fire on the other side, and then the portal closes.
Oh.
And
Oh,
with that, go ahead, Finn.
Mr. Hardy, so I think you'll be wanting this, I hope. I'll get the coin purse out of my bag and hand it to him.
Oh, thank you so much. I was looking all over for this. Oh, what did you drop it in something? Why is it got this smell on it?
It was sort of a worm had sort of congealed around it, I suppose.
I see. Okay.
Like Jello, but not as good.
That's really great. And he's going to kind of reach down and scratch at it a little bit until the strap is revealed, and then he's going to scoop his head under it and wear it like a little purse and walk away. And that is where we are going to end today's episode of Hardy's Travel Agency, folks.
Yay!
Hardy got his little coin purse back.
Well, we did our job, guys. We did what he hired us. Did he hire us?
You are being compensated in Hardy credits. It's a real
In
thing.
Hardy credits.
And so this is where we are going to end our adventure. We will be back with you all very soon with the next episode in Hardy's Travel Agency. See you later.
Bye!